Azerbaijani women are known for their beauty and warm hospitality. Ready to see why tourists can't get enough? Keep watching. It may not be the first country that comes to mind, but Azerbaijan is a hidden gem where East meets West and the old world blends with the new. Nestled between Russia, Iran, Georgia, and Armenia, this nation stretches along more than 500 miles of the Caspian Sea, the largest enclosed saltwater body on Earth. Roughly the size of the U.S. state of Maine, at 33,400 square miles. Azerbaijan lets you experience sun-soaked beaches and frosty alpine landscapes within a single road trip. One of its most unique features? It's home to 9 out of the world's 11 climate zones, a claim even massive countries can't make. Summers are hot, reaching 95 degrees Fahrenheit or 35 degrees Celsius, while winters, especially in the mountains, can be icy and cold. With a population of around 10 million, Azerbaijan is primarily made up of ethnic Azerbaijanis, but also includes Lezgians, Talysh, Armenians, and Russians. The national language is Azerbaijani, a historic Turkic language. In cities, English is on the rise, especially with the younger crowd. But don't let that fool you. Azerbaijani is no walk in the park. It's full of homonyms, and locals love clever wordplay. Even seasoned linguists might find themselves puzzled by the witty twists of everyday conversation. Nakhchivan, though politically part of Azerbaijan, is geographically an island unto itself. It has no direct land border with the main territory, separated by about 30 miles of Armenian-controlled land, making travel between Nakhchivan and the rest of Azerbaijan a journey that must pass through either Iran or Turkey. This region operates like a semi-autonomous state within Azerbaijan, wedged between the influential neighbors of Iran, Armenia, and Turkey. Nakhchivan is a strategic piece on the geopolitical chessboard, with Armenia repeatedly claiming it as their ancestral homeland. Iran, with its long border and strong ethnic ties to the region, observes quietly, while Turkey, just 7 miles away, has pledged to protect Nakhchivan as a close ally. Despite the regional tug-of-war, Nakhchivan remains an integral part of Azerbaijan. The region is a cultural enclave, where the people proudly uphold their Azerbaijani identity. From the language and traditional clothing to the distinct cuisine, Nakhchivan has maintained its unique characteristics. It operates with its own constitution, parliament, and government, even down to the distinct license plates. While Baku, the capital of Azerbaijan, embraces a more modern, westernized lifestyle with towering skyscrapers, Nakhchivan remains slower-paced, grounded in tradition, and committed to its Islamic values. Azerbaijani women perfectly represent the harmony of tradition and modernity, blending the rich Eastern heritage with the dynamic spirit of Western Asia. Their beauty reflects the classic Caucasus traits: deep eyes, prominent noses, fair skin, and thick dark hair. However, their appeal goes beyond physical appearance. What truly sets them apart is their resilient yet gentle character. Azerbaijan's culture stands out as one of the most secular and open among Muslim nations, and this is reflected in the roles and visibility of women. In fact, Azerbaijan was the first Muslim-majority country to grant women the right to vote. As early as 1918, even before countries like France and Switzerland, Azerbaijani women not only enjoyed equality, but sometimes even had more privileges than men in social, academic, and family matters. They excel on the fashion runway while also mastering the art of preparing traditional plov, preserving the essence of home and old customs. One of the most delightful aspects is how naturally warm and welcoming Azerbaijani women are, especially towards foreigners and tourists. Regardless of who you are or where you come from, as long as you show respect and politeness, they will greet you with a warm smile, offer a cup of tea, and sometimes even serve you a meal as generous as a traditional feast. They're always eager to share their culture, whether it's offering you sweet shekerberer pastries, recounting stories from childhood in small villages, or teaching you how to tie a traditional headscarf. Imagine a village where nearly everyone lives past 100 years. It might sound like a fairy tale, but in Lyric, a remote village nestled in the lush Talysh mountains of southern Azerbaijan, it's a reality. The village even has a museum dedicated to longevity, showcasing impressive records of age. So, what's the secret to their remarkable health and longevity? The key lies in their simple, stress-free lifestyle. The people of Lyric are not burdened by modern anxieties. No one worries about fitness trackers, busy schedules, or retirement plans. They rise with the sun, tend to their gardens, care for sheep, nibble, and gather herbs. A curious habit in the village is that many elders sleep directly on the floor with only a thin blanket, believing it's the best natural therapy for their spines. Their meals are simple yet nutritious, featuring homemade yogurt, fresh cheese, vegetables from their gardens, grilled meat, and mineral-rich spring water. Western medicine is seldom used. For the people of Lerik, nature is their pharmacy. The result? Centenarians still gardening, cooking, and chatting with clarity. One of the most famous residents, Shirali Muslimov, a shepherd born in 1805, is believed to have lived until 1973, making him one of the longest living people ever recorded, possibly reaching 168 years old. Not just the people, but even the village has embraced longevity, with the Longevity Museum, built in 1991, housing over 2,000 artifacts. These include birth certificates, handwritten letters, old irons, scarves, and hand-knitted socks, each telling the story of a long, fulfilling life. What do you think of this village? Could this be the secret to better health? Share your thoughts in the comments below. You've probably heard of mud baths, milk baths, and even gold baths. But crude oil baths? It might sound strange, but in Azerbaijan, it's a popular spa treatment drawing thousands of visitors annually. Around Naftalan, about 200 miles from Baku, spas offer baths in naphthalene oil, a dark, thick oil with a smell reminiscent of engine oil mixed with cough syrup. This is no ordinary industrial oil. It's a natural compound believed to have medicinal properties. It's said to relieve joint pain, treat skin diseases, improve blood circulation, and help with recovery from injuries. Each bath lasts only 10 to 15 minutes to avoid harmful absorption of hydrocarbons through the skin, and there's a special rinse afterward, leaving you feeling like you've just been through a mechanic's workshop rather than a spa. Despite the strong odor and unusual appearance, around 15,000 people visit this area every year, seeking the therapeutic benefits of the crude oil bath. In many parts of the world, luxury cars, Swiss watches, and designer handbags are the typical status symbols. However, in Azerbaijan, particularly in rural areas and among older generations, status is displayed in a unique way. From the 1960s to the 1980s, gold fillings and crowns were incredibly popular. Even today, approximately 20% of rural residents sport at least one gold tooth. For grandparents, a smile gleaming like a national treasure represents a proud symbol of success. Gold teeth are not merely a Soviet-era fashion statement. They also serve as a form of mobile banking. Many people believe that in times of financial hardship, they can sell their gold teeth for cash. Dental clinics in Baku report that a single 18-karat gold crown can be worth anywhere from $200 to $500, depending on its size and craftsmanship. But gold teeth also hold spiritual significance in Azerbaijan. It is believed that gold attracts wealth, wards off evil spirits, and that placing it in the mouth, the source of speech, brings good fortune in communication, negotiations, and even love. If you think cities can only exist on solid land, Oil Rocks will change your perspective. Located in the Caspian Sea, the largest saltwater lake on the planet, Oil Rocks is the world's first city built entirely on offshore oil rigs. The city, originally constructed in 1947 during Soviet times, began as a small collection of rigs but gradually expanded into a sprawling complex stretching over 120 miles. Enough to connect New York and Philadelphia. What makes Oil Rocks unique is not just its incredible length, but its full functionality as a city. It has streets, apartments, a movie theater, sports fields, dining halls, libraries, and even gardens growing in old oil barrels, all perched on steel and concrete platforms in the sea. At its peak, over 5,000 people lived and worked here. Today, about 2,000 engineers and workers continue to live on the rigs part-time, rotating in shifts. They get around using regular cars on metal roads linking the rigs, a sight that seems almost unreal. Although many of the older rigs have deteriorated, Oil Rocks still produces oil and remains a living industrial symbol of Azerbaijan. If you think antiques are just items collecting dust in storage or props in movies like Indiana Jones, then you haven't visited the antique markets in Baku. Here, Azerbaijanis can engage in long debates over the price of a rusty Soviet-era teapot. Markets like Taza Bazaar or the Old Goods Market near Nizami Street are rich with cultural treasures. You'll find decades-old carpets, curved swords straight out of Aladdin, Soviet clocks still ticking after 40 years, and heavy zenith film cameras that make any nostalgic photographer's heart skip a beat. Some items are priced just a few dollars, while others can cost thousands. But the true value lies in the stories these objects hold. Interestingly, collecting antiques isn't just a pastime for the elderly. More young Azerbaijanis, especially in Baku, are drawn to the idea of connecting with history through physical objects. A local survey found that 4 out of 10 people under 30 in Baku have purchased at least one antique, whether it's an old coin or a torn 19th century map of the Caucasus. Azerbaijan's name itself is a symbol of fire. The word Azer in Old Persian means fire, and the country lives up to this legacy. In Baku, the capital city, the symbol of fire is everywhere. The flame towers, completed in 2012, are a stunning representation of Azerbaijan's fire heritage. These 3 skyscrapers, shaped like flames, are covered in LED lights that shift in color, mimicking the dance of fire. However, the most striking manifestation of the fire spirit is Yanar Dag, the burning mountain. Located just 16 miles, 25 kilometers, from Baku on the Absheron Peninsula by the Caspian Sea, this hill has been burning for thousands of years. It's all due to natural gas leaking from underground and igniting, forming a 10-foot, 3-meter, high wall of fire that glows brightest at night and on windy days. Baku, the capital of Azerbaijan, is a city full of surprises. Located by the Caspian Sea, it's geographically part of Asia, but its soul feels more European. The streets are lined with cobblestones, vast squares, and buildings that echo the French, Italian, Viennese, and even Budapestian influences. Baku's unique architectural blend reflects the imprints left by empires like Persia, the Ottoman Empire, Russia, and the Soviet Union, making it a living museum of East-West fusion. As you walk through the city, you'll see ancient Arab-style mosques and intricate Persian domes side by side with cutting-edge modern structures like the Flame Towers, which symbolize the city's ongoing transformation. Despite its modernity, Baku maintains its traditions. In some suburban areas, people still use horses for short trips, not out of necessity, but as a cultural habit. Baku strikes a balance between modern life and deep respect for tradition. For instance, if a piece of bread falls on the ground, locals will pick it up, kiss it lightly, and place it back in a clean spot as an expression of gratitude for nature's blessing. Even stale or moldy bread is hung high, never thrown away, as a sign of respect for food and life. Gobustan National Reserve, located just 37 miles, 60 kilometers, southwest of Baku, is one of Azerbaijan's most fascinating and mysterious destinations. Here, nature not only provides incredible sights but also sounds. The most famous rock in Gobustan, Gaveldash, produces drum-like or string instrument-like sounds when struck. This phenomenon, known as the ancient resonance effect, is caused by the dry climate, the unique mineral composition of the rocks, and natural gas pressure built up over millions of years. But the music of Gobustan doesn't stop there. The region is also famous for its mud volcanoes. Unlike traditional volcanoes, which spew lava, these mud volcanoes expel thick mud, gas bubbles, and white smoke. Azerbaijan is home to over 400 mud volcanoes, with 350 of them in Gobustan, making it the largest mud volcano field in the world. One of the most impressive is Turkic, a mud volcano that rises nearly 1,300 feet for 100 meters. These mud volcanoes are considered safe and are sometimes referred to as natural spas due to the healing properties of the minerals and the mud. The entire Gobustan area, with its prehistoric rock carvings, singing stones, and mud volcanoes, is recognized by UNESCO as a World Heritage Site. If you think Azerbaijan is just about oil and deserts, you're missing out on one of the most vibrant festival scenes in the Caucasus. The biggest celebration is Nowruz Bayram, celebrated around March 20th to mark the start of the new year in the ancient Persian calendar. Unlike New Year's Eve parties with fireworks and countdowns, Nowruz is filled with unique traditions. Men jump over bonfires, women bake traditional sweets like baklava and shekerbura, and children go door to door singing for candy, resembling a spring version of Halloween. During summer, thousands gather for the Baku Jazz Festival, which has hosted renowned artists from the US, France, and Germany. Picture yourself enjoying soulful saxophone music by the Caspian Sea, followed by the mouth-watering aroma of shashlik barbecue nearby. Jazz and barbecue? It's a perfect match. Then, in September, Baku hosts the International Pomegranate Festival, celebrating the magical fruit that grows in hundreds of varieties across Azerbaijan. The city becomes a sea of red as pomegranate wines, jams, salads, and even pomegranate pizzas flood the scene. Azerbaijan produces over 60,000 tons of pomegranates annually and even boasts a museum dedicated to this beloved fruit. And let's not forget the Carpet Festival, where you can admire stunning handcrafted rugs and even watch fashion models showcase the carpets in unique ways. Ask any Azerbaijani what's central to daily life, and don't be surprised if the answer is tea. Not coffee or soda, but strong, hot, aromatic tea. On average, an Azerbaijani drinks 4 to 6 cups daily, around 1 gallon, 3.7 liters, per week. And that's just the norm. Tea here isn't just a drink, it's a ritual, a greeting, a symbol of connection, hospitality, and even love. The tea is traditionally served in armudu glasses, pear-shaped cups that are perfect for keeping the tea hot without needing reheating. The shape of the cup symbolizes a woman's softness, and pouring tea just right is considered an art. While black tea is the most common, there are many delightful variations, such as mint tea for relaxation, jasmine tea for afternoon daydreams, and pomegranate tea, a sweet specialty of the winter months. And don't miss Azerke, the national tea brand that's exported to over 30 countries, from Russia to the US. Azerbaijani cuisine is a mouth-watering mix of fragrant grilled meats, fresh vegetables, aromatic spices, and centuries-old recipes. In fact, a Lonely Planet survey ranked Azerbaijani food among the top 20 most delicious but underrated cuisines in the world, something that may come as a surprise to many. One iconic dish is Plov, a rich rice dish made with premium saffron, lamb, dried fruits, and sometimes chestnuts. Each region has its own version of Plov, and there are over 200 variations across Azerbaijan. It's a source of pride, much like pasta in Italy or sushi in Japan. Another classic is Dolma, vegetables or grape leaves stuffed with minced meat, often served with a garlic yogurt sauce. Azerbaijani dolma stands out with unique spices like sumac and mint, creating a milder but deeper flavor. With over 300 traditional dishes and a variety of local ingredients like pomegranates, saffron, lamb, and fresh herbs, Azerbaijani cuisine is a must-try for any food lover. The cost of living in Azerbaijan, especially in Baku, might pleasantly surprise many Americans. Rent is among the most affordable aspects. A one-bedroom apartment in downtown Baku typically costs between $300 and $500 per month, while in the suburbs, prices drop to around $200. Even fully furnished, modern apartments are much more affordable compared to US standards. Dining out is also very reasonable. A full meal at a local restaurant costs about $5 to $10, and shopping for fresh produce, meat, bread, and fruits generally doesn't exceed $100 per month for a healthy diet. A cappuccino at a cozy Baku cafe is about $2, letting you enjoy a European-style lifestyle without breaking the bank. Getting around Baku is budget-friendly as well. A subway or bus ride costs about 20 cents to 30 cents, and unlimited monthly passes are available for around $10 to $15. With a modern and safe public transport system, owning a car isn't necessary. All in all, a single person can live comfortably in Azerbaijan on about $700 to $900 per month. With this affordable lifestyle, Azerbaijan is becoming an attractive destination for tourists, retirees, remote workers, or anyone looking to start a new life on a budget. Considering these costs, do you think Azerbaijan might be a place you'd like to visit or even settle in?